you for taking your time out of your busy schedule. Tell me more about how the vaccine inoculations are going on in your country.
Today we already inoculated more than 30% of Uruguayan population, 10% with 2 doses. We are happy with a fast process. People working in vaccination centers and all the logistics had a great job. People are very, very glad receiving their vaccines here in Uruguay. It's not compulsory. People go to get the vaccine if they want. There's lots of Uruguayans already decided to do so. So we are in a tough moment, but the vaccination plan goes on as we planned. Monday, I will have my second dose.
Oh.
My age is from 18 to 55. I am 47 just now. So my turn got in 4th or 5th group. And bueno, the people in the health system are very kind, are very professional, are doing a great job. And as I told you a few minutes ago, the people willing to get the vaccines, the percentage is growing very fast.
That's great.
People are getting trust in these vaccines. And we started over 30% of people willing to get the vaccination. And now we are far from 70, 80% people that will go to get this.
What is the content of cooperation between your country and China in terms of vaccines?
You know that last September, I was sitting just here, and I made a phone call to President Xi Jinping, and he promised to distribute Chinese vaccines as a global public good. That was a very nice surprise, and he told us it will be available to people in every country besides China. So that was a very good message, straightforward, given by President Xi Jinping. We are very confident that China will supply more vaccines to Uruguay and other Latin American countries. They've already done it in a good quantity, in a very good time. So this bilateral and multilateral mechanism are working with China, and we are very grateful for that. And we are ready to upgrade our bilateral cooperation in the area of health. I would consider it very firmly to a new stage. So this is done in the context of a strategic partnership, which has become increasingly comprehensive for us. We are living in a good time of our relation with China. Yesterday morning, I can tell you that the Minister of Health and the Secretary of the Presidency paid a visit, very important visit, to the ambassador of China here in our country. And in that occasion, my representatives stressed the importance that my government is giving to the Sino-Uruguayan health cooperation, and in particular, conveyed our urgent need to continue receiving the vaccines from China. You know that cooperation between Uruguay and China in the area of COVID-19 vaccines have been tremendously beneficial. I can tell you that honestly that we are very grateful once again and happy of this cooperation we are having together.
Mr. President, how do you see this global governance issue about the vaccines and vaccine nationalism?
There is a big failure of the international bureaucracy related to health. We started with the COVAX, that we should be receiving some vaccines. Time went past, and as you have said, big countries, powerful countries, got from the laboratories a huge amount of vaccines. And more poorer countries and smaller countries weren't able to enter in that bargain, let's say. I was talking with a few presidents from Europe and the Americas, and that was a criticism that I made. And we have to learn from this pandemic. We have to learn. We have to learn to be aware of other countries, our people. We live in the same world. Pandemics go through borders of the countries, and we have to be prepared. We have to be prepared, be much more generous, think in others, and we cannot be once again in this competition where the strongest can win in the road of getting these vaccines. So I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy. Uruguay was lucky. Was lucky because of China's support. Was lucky because we delivered, the government delivered.
Mr. President, what do you see as the way forward?
Countries like Uruguay have a need greater than ever for a strong multilateral system in which international law prevails. That for us is a main issue. In times like this, we are most mindful of the relevance of these principles, which are the core of our foreign policy tradition. We are committed to a vision in which Uruguay can become a magnet for people from all the world around. Our Chinese friends are also very welcome to explore opportunities of setting in Uruguay. Our country welcomes foreigners with open arms. That's part of our history. It is true that we live in a world where geopolitics play a very, very important role. In this context, Uruguay wants to be more and more center of excellency, a hub of innovation companies for all Latin America, and we are working on that strongly. We also want to make our rivers and our ports and free zones and airports to be most efficient. That's a gateway in South America for Chinese, American, and European countries. We are ready to work with the Chinese government. We are ready to work and respecting differences, of course, but embracing, understanding, and cooperating.